story, the survivor's heart story. I feel like a hero, yet I have saved no one's life nor rescued a lost soul. I feel like a hero, yet I've put out no fire nor climbed high mountains. I feel like a hero, yet I've slain no dragons. I feel the high of a hero, the same as each of you. We've all climbed our own mountains. We've put out our own fires. We've all saved a life, our own, and we've become heroes in our own special way. May we be an inspiration to all those we meet who are on their way to becoming heroes. Well, right now I'm disabled as far as I can't walk. I have double vision, and I have weakness on my left side. It started when I was 41. I had a tumor inside my spine. They tried to remove, and then 2 years later they were unable to do it. So they were doing a procedure for hydrocephalus. It caused me. They were putting in a shunt, which caused the bleed to break off, caused me to have a stroke. And then that's when the downfall of everything started. It's just been one thing after that. So I've had about 13 surgeries on my spine and stuff like that, doing a shunt. I've had about one a year. Sometimes I've had 2 a year. The shunt's laying on the nerve of my optic nerve, and it's causing me to have double vision, and it causes one of my eyes not to cry where I cry. So I'm dizzy all the time, and it's hard for me to walk and get my balance. And then I've also had some other little surgeries along the way. I had a surgery on my leg, thinking it was going to make it get better, hoping that it would help that out, but it didn't. My husband's pretty understanding. He has a hard time dealing with all this because he feels he has to do everything, and sometimes he gets a little negative. But overall, he's really good about sticking with me
Here, Anita, show what you
supporting me.
Give her your, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. That's your mom. She's like the one arm, I don't know, I didn't do that. I don't know what happened. Oops, she does a lot of oops. Look how cute you dressed up. You love this movie.
And my children, my son's in school in Chattanooga. My daughter's in Asheville, North Carolina, going to school. And they both are really sweethearts to me. Before I had my stroke, I was very active with the children's school. I worked part-time with Hershey as a sales representative, and I was really quite busy. I liked to get in my car and just go. I was a real goer. I didn't stop too many times. I liked to visit with my family. We lived in St. Louis at the time, and I used to see my family, and so I was pretty active before the stroke. And now I guess I'm active, but I'm just not in the same frame that I was. I've accepted this is how it's going to be, although I want to get better than what this is, you know. I go down and I walk on the bridge sometimes for exercise. My daily day-to-day struggles include just getting up and walking, just getting out of bed in the morning. I don't want to do it, but I always have to go to the bathroom, so I have to get up and go. So that's good motivation right there. Getting dressed is hard sometimes. Just getting going is hard. Just to deal with it is hard for me sometimes. Well, I get up in the mornings. Unfortunately, I spend a lot of time on the computer because it sort of passes time for me. And I'm trying to get more involved in a group called Georgia Voices That Count. It's an advocacy group for the disabled. I'm trying to do more things with that. And right now I'm trying to work on a project to get Walmart to sponsor a transportation system to help people get to their stores. I've written them a letter. I'm hoping to hear back from them about that. But I thought they could offer like a taxi service, because I know I really enjoy getting out just to go shopping sometime, even if it is just to Walmart. But if they could the disabled community is pretty strong in this area, and I thought if they could just offer a taxi service that could help us get around, it would help us a whole lot. So that's one of my big advocacy programs right now that I'm working on. Today I sort of pray for God to give me strength to face each day, and courage to not give up. I pray for courage all the time, because it takes courage to face each day. And there's days that you just don't even want to face it, but then I just pray for God to give me some peace and courage, and He seems to answer my prayers for that. And I have some good friends who really help out too, are real encouragers. I went to a camp this summer for disabled adults and children, and I saw children and adults who really were far worse off than I am. And I think I'm so lucky to be where I am. It's a hardship, but I'm lucky to even be here. So that's where I get my motivation from. Well, I'd like to go on a trip sometimes, like on a cruise with my daughter. We talked about it this morning, going on a cruise to Alaska, so now I'm all excited about that. Gives me something to look forward to. I just sit at the lake and think. I pray a lot. I just sort of look out there and see how peaceful it is. I love to sit down by the lake. I always think about, if I could just do this, if I could just do that, I would be doing this, I'd be doing that. Think about what I could and should be doing. That's what I know. That's sort of downer, but I miss that life. I think about all the times that I would just drive up and see Jenny, or I'd drive up and see Ryan, take them out to lunch or to dinner, or spend the night with them, and just be with them and encourage them to do the best they could. And I miss that because I can't do that. That is one of the things that I feel so very proud of, and I think it is, that just does keep me going every day as I think about the children and how good they are and how good they've become. Now, things like today, I'm going on a picnic with my church, so I do find little things to do along the way. My fears are, I guess my biggest fear is that I'm just going to die, although I think that I'm ready for it. I feel like I'm ready to accept death, but yet I'm afraid of it for some reason. It's still very hard for me to come to grips with. I think my heart's gonna stop working. I'm having trouble breathing, and I feel like it's just gonna stop working. I feel like there's something wrong with me, and I don't know what it is. That's my biggest fear. I think just the fear of the unknown. One of the things that I wanted to add to this was what I miss most about being disabled, and that's the spontaneity of doing things. I like to used to spontaneously go out and get in my car, just go someplace and do something, and now I can't do that. And that's sort of one of the sad downfalls of being disabled. Also, our church has mission trips of going out and helping the hurricane victims, and I always wanted to do something like that, and now that chance is gone for me. I can't do that. I miss just getting in the car and going out to lunch, or calling someone up and saying, let's meet here and let's do this. I do miss that part of it. I miss being able to just jump up and do things. I guess I just miss jumping up. It's not just jumping up and doing things, it's just jumping up. Does that make sense? But I guess being disabled has taught me to really plan ahead now and don't do anything that's out thinking about what's ahead of me. So that part's been good. There's good in everything. Even with becoming disabled, there's good in that too, I guess. Not quite sure what it is yet, but I'm waiting to discover that part of it. My goal is I want to leave a legacy that I tried and that I accomplished something. I don't know what it would be, but I would like to think that I had made an impact on someone's life, that I helped someone along the way.